Now we can continue with the actual server part. I will have a link in the description for the server. The server has already been built by me, so again, it's easy. You'll need WinRAR or 7-zip to extract the server from this zipped folder. So once you have it downloaded, just double click it or right click it and go to 7-zip or go to WinRAR and extract that sucker onto your desktop or wherever you want. And I promise from here it gets easy. I hope this works, but I can't promise it will. Now, if you guys decide to do this on your own and make it from scratch, there's a whole lot more steps to do than this. But anyways, after you have extracted your server, open that up, and I packaged the Maria database in there so you don't have to hunt it down. I even made my own install notes that you guys can follow if you want. We will need to open that at one point because I can't remember everything. But first, let's install Maria database. Just use the default installation for everything. Okay, so your username is going to be root, and then put in a password. You can put whatever you want. I recommend just putting root as your password, which is what I'm going to do. I'm typing root, so that is going to be my password, and then just continue on with the installation. If you change it from root, remember what you put. And then click finish. And now go ahead and open your install notes just to have them ready. But yeah, you guys are like basically halfway done with the server already now. So next you want to go to Sapphire, then go to your out folder, then go to your build folder, and then your debug folder, and then go to your bin folder, and then go to your config folder, and then go to your global.ini folder. You will see a blank username and password. This username and password is for your Maria database that you just installed. So your username, again, by default is root, and your password is whatever you put in Maria database, like what, 20 seconds ago, which again was root. If you change it to something else, then make sure you don't put root there. And again, this is where you will need the game. You need to go down to your data path and find the link to your Final Fantasy XIV game install, and then link it to your SQ pack. You will notice that I have double slashes here. Right there. It says it in the wiki to use double slashes. I've tried both. I've tried single slashes and I've tried double slashes, and it seems to work either way. But just for the sake of it, I recommend putting double slashes. So what you want to do now is go hunt down your Final Fantasy install directory. So just right click your desktop icon again, and then go open file location. And I'm in the boot folder. We don't want to be there, so click a Realm Reborn, and then go to your game folder, and there's your SQ pack, so double click that. Then click on the top link up here and highlight all that, and then right click and copy that link. And then highlight all of this and paste that link to your Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn game SQ pack. Now you're going to notice after pasting that in there that it only has one slash. So everywhere there's a slash, put an extra slash in. And then after you do that, just go click File and then Save. And then you can close that. And now you're in the config folder. You can go back to the bin folder however you want. If you rather just close the whole folder, you can, and you can start over. But go to your Sapphire folder, and then go to your out folder, your build folder, and then your debug folder, and then your bin folder. And you're going to see a file called dbm.exe. This right there is going to be the thing that builds your database. But anyways, go to your bin folder. Just make sure you see the dbm.exe. And when you do, click in the top link up here, whatever that address is, and then type cmd. And that will open a command window. And now you're going to want to go to your install notes that we opened. And let me see where it's at. Scroll down to number 4, and then look for this DBM thing, mode initialize user. You're going to want to copy all the way from DBM to the last pass root right there. Where it says user, that's just your Maria database username, which is root. And your password, again, is your Maria database password, which should be root unless you changed it to something else. Leave your database as Sapphire. But if you left everything as root, Sapphire root, then all you got to do is copy this DBM all the way over here. Just copy it. And then paste it into this command window and press enter. And this will import your database into HeidiSQL. But if you put the wrong password, it won't work. So that's why I said remember your Maria database password when you put it in. And we are done with that, so now we can close that. And from this point, the server should be 100% done. So while you're in your bin folder, you're going to want to open your API, lobby, and world. Those are the 3 servers you need to launch the server. But it's in your bin folder. We can start over and go through it again. Just go to your Sapphire folder, go to your out folder, your build folder, your debug folder, your bin folder, and then in your bin folder, double-click API. It may ask you about Windows Firewall, just let it go through. Do the same with the lobby. It may ask about a Windows Firewall, just let it go through. And then you have your world exe, which is the big one that usually crashes all the time. So double-click that. If you see the 3 dots or these dots going right here, that's kind of a good start. That doesn't mean it's going to work. But again, if you don't have the game installed, you will have an error right here and it will crash. But yeah, let's just move forward while this is loading. There's quite a bit to load. It's not a lot, but there's a little bit. So what you want to do from here, the servers are working. If you want to pin them to your taskbar, you can right click them and then click pin. That way they're easier to open. You just click them down here if you want. But just close your, either go back or close and reopen your Sapphire folder, and then go to your Sapphire launcher next. And then go to your bin folder and your 64 and your release folder, and then scroll down to Sapphire boot wpf.exe and open that. And you may have a blank screen right here. If you do, that's fine. Just go over here to your little gear and click that, and go back to your install notes. And what am I looking for here? Where are we at? Okay, go to the very bottom of the install notes, and you will find this set URL thing, and copy the HTTP localhost login.html in there. Just copy that. Go back to your Sapphire launcher, and in the server URL, just paste that in there, and then check availability. It should say connection successful, and then here you're going to be looking for your Final Fantasy XIV install directory. At this point, you guys should know where it's at. So click the 3 dots, and you want to be in your game folder, and you can either choose FFXIV.exe or the one with the DX, which is DirectX 11. I just chose DirectX 11, and then hit open. And then here you can choose your expansion. I don't think not sure they have all these other ones working or not, but we're only really worried about a Realm Reborn anyway, so you can choose Heaven's Ward or Realm Reborn. I'll just put it as a Realm Reborn. And from here, just click next, and that will bring you back to the login screen. Now you want to click create an account, and you can put in anything you want for a username and a password, so I'll just use AAA for both. And as soon as you click create an account, the game will launch and you should be ready to go. I'll make a character real quick just to confirm that the game lets you in. Let's go back. I don't want to go through all this character creation crap. No. The server can be a little laggy. It seems to do a little bit of extra loading, or my computer's just really slow. It could be that too. There's occasions where after you beat an enemy or do certain things, it just takes a while. When you first start off and you click this guy, it's going to say unable to execute command while suffering status affliction. That just means the server is loading, or that's what I assume it means. But if you wait long enough, the quest will work, and then you can continue playing. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So hopefully that will get somebody up and running. But thanks again for watching.